Imagine you're 10 years old, school has finally ended, summer vacation has just begun. You wake up early, run outside, ride your bike, play with your friends, come home exhausted, and somehow the sun is still shining. A single afternoon feels endless. 3 months of summer feels like an entire lifetime. Now fast forward. You're an adult. January begins. You make a few plans for the year. You blink. It's June. You blink again. Stores are already selling Christmas decorations. Another year has vanished, and you can't explain where it went. It feels as if someone secretly pressed the fast-forward button on your life. But here's the strange part. According to physics, time today moves at exactly the same speed it did when you were 10 years old. 1 second is still 1 second. 1 hour is still 1 hour. Nothing about the universe has changed. So why does it feel like everything is moving faster? The answer may be one of the strangest discoveries about the human brain. Because time isn't speeding up. Your brain is slowing down, and it might be recording far less of your life than you realize. Think back to being a child. Almost every week contained something new. A new friend, a new game, a new teacher, a new place, a new experience. Your brain was constantly encountering things it had never seen before. And whenever something new happened, your brain paid attention. It switched into recording mode. Scientists believe that novelty activates powerful systems in the brain linked to learning and memory. The more new experiences you have, the more information your brain stores. And the more information it stores, the longer that period feels when you look back on it. Imagine your life as a book. As a child, every day fills multiple pages. Every experience is detailed. Every moment matters. The book becomes thick very quickly. But then adulthood arrives, and something changes. You wake up at the same time, drive the same route, see the same buildings, sit at the same desk, open the same apps, scroll through the same feeds, day after day, week after week, year after year. Your brain looks at these repeated experiences and says something incredibly important. I already have this file. So it stops paying attention. Not completely, but enough. Instead of recording every detail, it compresses them together. Just like a computer compresses a large file to save space, entire weeks begin to blur together. Months become difficult to separate. Years start disappearing, and that's when the feeling begins. The feeling that life is somehow accelerating, but it gets even stranger. Scientists performed an unusual experiment. Volunteers were dropped from a platform more than 150 feet high into a safety net below. As they fell, many participants reported something incredible. Time seemed to slow down. The fall felt much longer than it actually was. At first, this sounds like proof that the brain has a secret slow-motion mode, but researchers discovered something unexpected. The participants weren't actually seeing events unfold more slowly. Their brains weren't processing reality faster in the moment. Instead, the experience created an unusually rich memory. The brain recorded so much information during those terrifying seconds that when participants looked back on the event, it felt longer than it really was. In other words, time didn't stretch. The memory did. And that reveals something important. The way you remember time is often more important than the way you experience it. Your brain isn't measuring time like a clock. It's reconstructing time from memories. A period filled with vivid memories feels long. A period filled with repetition feels short. And researchers found another clue. They discovered that meaningful changes in an experience can act like markers in memory. Think about moving to a new city, starting a new job, taking a trip, learning a new skill, meeting someone who changes your life. These moments create boundaries. They divide your life into chapters. And those chapters make time feel larger. But when every day looks the same, those boundaries disappear. Instead of many chapters, your brain sees one long, uninterrupted block, and suddenly 5 years can feel like one. Now here's the twist. Everything you've experienced so far has already happened. Right now, this very second. Your brain is slightly behind reality. Signals from your eyes, ears, and body all arrive at different times. To make sense of the world, your brain stitches everything together and presents it as a single experience. The result is a tiny delay between reality and your awareness of it. You are constantly living a fraction of a second in the past. Most of the time, you never notice. But it reveals something fascinating. What you experience isn't reality itself. It's your brain's reconstruction of reality. And as we age, that reconstruction changes. Neural pathways become more complex. Processing slows. Fewer new experiences are captured. Fewer memorable snapshots are taken. It's almost as if the camera recording your life quietly lowers its frame rate. The world hasn't sped up. You're simply collecting fewer frames. There's another reason this feeling becomes stronger with age. Imagine you're 10 years old. 1 year represents 10% of your entire life. That's huge. Now imagine you're 50. 1 year represents only 2% of your life. The same amount of time occupies a much smaller portion of your overall story. A single year carries less weight, less significance, less presence. And together, all of these effects create an illusion powerful enough to fool almost everyone. An illusion that time is running away from us. But maybe that's not what's happening at all. Maybe life isn't becoming shorter. Maybe it's becoming less memorable. And that idea changes everything. Because if the problem is memory, then the solution isn't more time. The solution is more experiences worth remembering. Take a different route home. Learn a language. Travel somewhere unfamiliar. Start a hobby. Meet new people. Say yes to experiences that break routine. Force your brain back into recording mode. Because the moments that feel longest in life are rarely the comfortable ones. They're the new ones, the uncertain ones, the meaningful ones, the ones that become stories. Maybe the secret to slowing down your life was never hidden inside a clock. Maybe it was hidden inside your memories all along. Because in the end, time doesn't measure your life. Your memories do.